All right, welcome back to Dunks Code Trader Zab. Yes, it's a good morning. I hope you guys had a great time. So as usual, you know the drill. It is a Friday, meaning our last day of the month. Last day of the week to be here on this channel as we analyze. So I don't want to waste much time. Let's now jump into it. We will pray and then get started. So let's pray. Father, we say thank you for this morning. Thank you for yesterday. Thank you for the profits that we made yesterday. We made a lot of money yesterday. We are saying thank you for your goodness. We are saying thank you for the signals that you provided unto us. Even as we start today, Lord, we ask of the same, Lord, even better than yesterday, that we will be able to get profits. We will be able to make those profits in abundance because you love us and because you want us to have a good success. We're saying thank you for your goodness, thank you for your loving kindness, and thank you for the much profits we're making today. We give you praise, we love you. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. Alright, so as usual, you know the drill. Crash 500 comes first. Crash 500. Alright, so yesterday on Crash 500 we wanted this kind of a pullback, but then later I saw this kind of a structure that it gave me. So I knew that once it breaks it will not come back up there. So yeah, that's how it went. I was supposed to make my sales from here, but I had already gotten enough of it. I was tired of it, so I moved. I couldn't make that entry, so this move never happened, but the sale continued just like we wanted. Remember, this sale has to come here. This sale has to give us this kind of a move right about there. It has to come to this order block. It's gonna come to this order block right about there. Yeah, so now that we know that, we can delete this. It's coming here, it's coming here. That's what we want it to do. So if we go to H1, it's H1, M15 still looks for buys, but we have a confluence area right there, so a resistance area right there, so it means it's gonna keep playing around here until it breaks and continues down below. In fact, where we are, that kind of a resistance, we should be getting some sales. So let me go to M5. I see something that I can work with on M5. I want to look for a clear entry for this kind of a sale. This structure is weird, so I'm not going to use it. Not going to use it for now. Let me just delete this support trend line, and let me wait a little bit more to see what I will get, if I can get something that I can use. But as far as Crash is concerned, Crash 500, we will be looking for this sell. We will be looking for that kind of a sell to push us all the way here, to push us there. So for now, no business. H1 still needs sales, H4 needs sales, daily time frame needs sales. So you know the reason why we need to look for sales. Enough of that, let's go to boom 1000. Alright, so boom 1,000. Yesterday we made money, and somehow it again took us, it took me out again, but we are going to again enter today. So let's look at yesterday. So yesterday, this was the history. I made my entries here when it reacted here. This was all the money. This was where the money is. I made another entry here. That is where I made a loss from when it came back, you know. So I missed this money here, enough of this when it came back. Yeah, these two entries I had some small profits, but then this one here is the one that caused the issues when it came back. Yeah, so today we've started we have started a sell, a buy again, but I need a buy on H4. If I need a buy on M15, that will be enough for me to make the entry. This is a higher high right here. Do I have to enter now? That's a higher high there. It's something there I'm not understanding. Is it going to come back down? According to M5, it should be coming down. Weird. I need to look for buys according to H. Let me see. This H4 candle is going to close at in the next 19 minutes. So if it's going to close in the next 19 minutes, first remove this history, take off this, take off that. Now even this can go. Now I want to see how to play with this, according to H4 I need buys, but price is still far away from our 10 MA. According to H1, we've been selling since yesterday. The whole of yesterday it was a sell, surprisingly, yet I had made my entry here, you remember there. Alright, so now come to M15. We are seeing some rejection, but it's not yet clear. So for me, I will kind of wait. I will have to wait for any entries. Price is above our 10 MA, both on M15 and M5, which is a good thing, but not clear enough for me to make my entry. I should be making my entry now, but I'm skeptical, yeah, to make that kind of an entry. Let me wait a little bit and see if I will have a better entry than this. Yeah, so for now, leave it on M15. Weird. This is so weird. This is very weird. So I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to enter any buys here. If I'm on H1, this will be where my breaker broke is. That means price will be going there, and then it will be coming back here. It will be coming back here. So if I'm on H1, so that's something that I can anticipate on H1. Yeah, all right, that's enough of boom 1,000. I'm not going to trade it today unless if it comes all the way back to this trend line, then I will be looking for trades. If it fails, then I won't trade it. Boom 500. Let's go to boom 500. So boom 500, let's see. So yesterday, let me see, I made a loss on boom 500 right there. Yeah, I was looking for this first pullback, then I come in with my buys, but it came and we first of course played within profits here, you can see. Then after some like 2.5 hours, it took me out right there, and that's how I missed on that money. So now this is no longer necessary. We can delete that, remove history, delete this, and now price continued with a buy. This would have been a good buy. When it broke, when it took me out, I would have entered, but I didn't have a clear entry that I was convinced with, so that's why I did not enter any buys. Yeah, that's why I did not enter any buys. Now we see that it went all the way to our TP level, right on that order block. You remember I showed you that yesterday. So it came all the way back to that OB. So are we ready to sell? Not really. We are still in a buy trend. So this move I can delete. I'm waiting for this now. So come to daily time frame. What do we want? We need sales according to daily time frame. How about weekly? We need sales. So H4, we need to wait for it to get ready for the sales. H1 is almost getting ready, but I can't follow H1, so that's a no-go for me. Boom 500. Let's go to V25S now. Volatility 25 oneness. Vol, we made money here first. Let me show you. We first made this sell money, then right here I wanted this buy money. I made this short entry, moved out, having hit some target that I was looking for, but then it continued and even broke structure. Remember, this was our analysis. Those who remember yesterday, the analysis, this was the analysis. Even though it didn't reach the order block here, but it came for this kind of a pullback, and then the buy came through. You can see what happened. So congrats to everyone that they made this money yesterday on V25 1S. So what is happening today? What is happening today? All right, so we needed it to reach there, so I can now delete this. We needed it to reach there, and then we come in with sales, come to H4. H4 is still looking for buys actually. Oh man, okay, so I think we are getting ready for the buys. Daily time frame is oversold. Yeah, we are looking for buys, so this is no longer necessary, even this. So apparently price is above our 10 MA, and I believe the momentum is getting stronger for the buys. So if I look on H4, I see a change of character here. This is where I had my change of character on H4. Then price went all the way up there, came and tested that order block, this one right here. So I can delete everything here, delete that. So price came and tested this OB right there, and then started the buy. So as I speak, I believe I'm late to make my entry, but something tells us that we are sort of having some resistance above there. So let's look at on M15. Let's look at it on M15. Let's look at it on M15. So we have that as our resistance area up there. So now it's gonna first come down to sell, and then later we will come in with our buys. So go back to H1, use our fib to look for a retracement level, and that will be probably down below here, just around there. It's where I will focus on, either between 50 and 61.8 or just below 51.8. So this is what we are looking at. Then we can come in enough with enough momentum to break that resistance up there to take us all the way back in the buys. So now that I see something like that, but remember, I've always told you we are not market makers, so that doesn't mean that price is a must has to give us this. It can easily break this and continue. It can easily break and continue. We are not market makers. Market makers can find their own liquidity to push the breakout, to push for this breakout here. All right, so now that we know that, we can wait. We can wait. This can happen. This pullback can easily happen. This kind of a pullback can easily happen, but also this kind of breakout can also easily happen. You need to understand that. All right, so the reason why I'm looking for this, why I'm saying this is likely to come through fast, is M15. M15 is quite overbought, so it can easily give us this. The only challenge is price is still above our 10 MA, which will mean the breakout can happen. Looking at what I'm seeing on M5, yeah, the breakout can easily continue. We can easily continue with buys and see even the breakout right here. So just be patient with whatever you're doing here on boom on Volatility 25S, because you don't want to enter sales when it is actually continuing with buys. So be patient and wait. Remember, the general trend is the buy trend. So if you're looking for the sell, it's going to be a retest sell, meaning it's going to be you're going to be trading against the trend. The current trend, overall trend, is the buy trend or the uptrend. So you need to wait for the buys to be ready. But as of now, I have that resistance there that I can't just overlook. So I have to anticipate a pullback here, then a buy or a breakout using whatever liquidity these market makers will find to break this level. So for now, no business. I won't trade it for now. I won't even focus on it unless if I see an entry for the buys. V75. Let's go to V75 and we'll look at it. I see Muhammad Abdullah. How are you? Hey Muhammad. Welcome. If it is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe if you like the content and what you're seeing. Remember, we are trading live here in real time. All right, so V75 yesterday, we made a lot of money here yesterday. So this is the history yesterday. So let's go to history. So we first made our entry. We wanted to make it right here because we were looking for that kind of a move. So we first bought it here. It played games here, came down. I entered another time, took my target, hit my target, of course, hit my target that I was looking for, and then I moved out, and you can see gave us a pullback here. I was supposed to make another entry here, but I left it. So, but those who entered with me, I think this was an entry during the analysis, then this was later for those who were still following this analysis. So that's how we traded it yesterday, and that was a move that gave us that money. Yes, the analysis was to get us all the way up there. We haven't reached it. We haven't reached that levels, meaning we are still in the buy trend, because you can see after reaching there it gave us a pullback all the way back inside here. So now we can delete everything here. So it gave us a pullback, and now around, that was late night, that was around what time? Let's see when the buy started. Midnight, 2 around 2 a.m. in the morning. That's when this buy started again. So for now I can look at what I need today. So I need this move, then I can come in with a sell. So let's go to H4. H4 is oversold, overbought. I need sells later. So I haven't gotten a confirmation of sales yet. Price is still above my 10 MA, meaning buyers are still in control. Buyers are still in control, but I'm getting something. I'm getting something on M15, and that something is coming from this level right there on M15. I'm seeing some price rejection right there. So all I need is a reversal signal on M15, and then I start to sell. Why? Because MH4 I will be looking for sells. We have to wait for the next H4, which is starting in 3 minutes. If the next H4 on M15 gives us a reversal signal, then we will be getting in sells without a fail, without waiting. So that's what I will wait for, but as of now I can't make any entries. So I want to delete some of these. So this can go now. I need this move. This is the move that I need. And then this will be right there. So I need something like that from that level right there to bring me all the way down to this fair value gap according to H4. So yeah, this is some support level right here. We can anticipate that will be our first TP when we are selling, but then this will be the overall TP on 50% of this fair value gap. So for now I wait. Let me see, where should I wait from? On M15. Yeah, let me wait on M15 to see if I can get in on M15 when it gives me a reversal. If it fails, then it will go all the way up for that high to try to take it out, but it won't, because sales will be coming through. Sales will have to first come through before we can come in with the buys. All right, enough of V75. Let's go to jump 50. The market is slow today. Yesterday it was a good one, but today seems to be slow. I hope we'll get some entries today. So jump 50, it was a no-go. We were looking for that kind of a pullback. You can see what it did. It kept on playing until today morning, when it tried to go for that move that I was talking about yesterday, and up to now it hasn't reached it, and it's still playing games. Yeah, so according to H1, oh yeah, M15 is ready. This is a change of character right here to confirm that the sale has started, and I believe now I don't have to wait. I don't have to wait. Let me see on H4. Yes, the next H4 is going to start. It has actually started, so I've entered with the next H4. So yeah, I am looking for this sell now. I've entered a sell on jump 50. On jump 50, I'm gonna be looking for my TP right here, right there. That's where I will be looking for my TP. That's where I'll be looking for my TP. Let me draw these here, these two trend lines to guide me even. Okay, so go to H1. So your first TP is gonna be here. Your first TP is going to be here. Yeah, so your stop loss, I'm gonna have my stop loss right here. I'm going to have my stop loss right there. All right, so I've entered my entries here on jump 50 sell entries. I've made my sell entries, so I'm gonna delete this now. Delete that. We are trading this according to the trend, low high, low high. So it's gonna come here to look for the low, and of course the TP is this right there. This is gonna be our TP when it breaks out right about there, and that will be there. You can see that, so that's why I'm looking for that kind of a TP right here. So for now, my entries have locked in for the sell on J50. All right, let's go to jump 25. All right, jump 25. Jump 25 yesterday. J25. So jump 25 yesterday, we were looking for that kind of a buy, and we actually got it right. We made that money, so congrats to everyone. This is the history yesterday. That is the history yesterday. You can see it. So I first made that buy there. I actually entered 3 entries, 2 here, and then the third one here. Then later when it reached there, I saw a sell opportunity. I entered that sell, but it was still not ready, so I moved out here. It took me out actually in profit. I brought my SL here. Then it came as a retest, but I missed to enter when it gave me that. You look at that kind of a sell. This was a good one that I should have actually gotten, but I was already out of the market of J25. So now let's look at today. So this happened yesterday, so I can delete that. I can delete even these two. I want to see this. First go to H4. So it has given us this kind of a pullback. Price is below a 10 MA. This was a horizontal channel, and it did not reach all the way up there. According to daily, we need buys, but then price is still far away from our 10 MA. Okay, yesterday's rejection, you can see that rejection yesterday. It can speak something here. It can speak something here. So for now, this move that I need, I want to first delete it. From what I'm seeing, all right, so let's do this. H1, what do I need? I need buys. H4, I need buys. Daily time frame, I need buys. So that means we are going to look for buys before we can look for sells. There's a lot of rejection from here, as you can see, from these very candles that was coming from sells. Now you can see yesterday's rejection pushing price all the way back into sales. So if I go to H4, price is still below my 10 MA. It's not a good thing, even though I'm looking for buys. We've just seen price go above our 10 MA as we speak. Now this here is very tricky, and a market like this is very tricky, and that's why trend lines can come in to save us. So for now, I'm gonna delete this. I want to bring this right here. I want to bring this right there, and now that I have it there, come to H4. I want to see this trend line right here. So if this is the case right here, this will tell me that price will break out with sales. Price will break out with sales. Remember, the previous trend is a sell right there before it went into a consolidation here in this horizontal channel right there. Before it did that, we were selling. So looking at daily time frame, yes, we are oversold, but weekly is looking for sales. That was a breakout there to actually continue with sales, and you can see this week started as a sale. Last week was buy sort of, and then this week has been a sell. So it's very important to understand that in as much as we want buys on lower time frames, weekly still looks for sales. So all we needed was a confirmation on probably H4 and daily time frame to start selling, but we are sort of not getting that. And looking at the structure we have, or according to our trend lines, we are likely to reverse from around this level and then come in with sales. We are likely to reverse from such a level and then we come in with sales. So let's confirm that. According to H1, the buy is on. Can I enter that buy? Let me go to M15. M15 still looks for the sell, is not ready to give us the sell, the buy. So I will have to wait. I have to wait for M15 to be ready for the sell. Be ready for M15 to give us a confirmation of this kind of a sell. That's when I will be able to make the entry. So this is my anticipation, and then I come in with a sell right in there. A buy to get in there. So for now, no business at all. So M5 is going to give us this kind of a sell, then we come in with a buy to reach that fair value gap according to H4. So probably that's where we'll be getting our sell from, right there. So probably let's wait and see if that will work out. So for now, I want to look for the sell. I will wait for this sell, then I will come in with a buy later. Enough of J25, let's go to J10. J10 I think is the one that messed me up. No, it did not. Actually, I made some money, even though it was some small money. It kept on playing around. I wanted sales, it first went into that and I made that loss, but I recovered it right here. Even though it had those rejection, it was not ready until it broke on this until it broke out on that resistance and gave that kind of momentum to go all the way to this OB right there. So as we speak, This is what we wanted, the sell right there, and then we come in with the sell. So now I can delete that, remove history. Now let's talk about today. So I want to remind you that according to daily time frame, we are looking for buys. We are in an uptrend. And according to weekly, we are oversold, meaning we should be coming in with buys, you know. So now that we know that, H1, why are we looking for buys? Because it has reacted there. This was our higher high, and now it means we've tested, we've missed this entry. Now it's gonna go all the way up to look for a new higher high. But now if it fails to break this level, then sales will be coming in again. If price fails to break this level here, this resistance, which is a strong one according to H4, then we will be coming in with a sell. But if it breaks it, then the buys will continue according to daily time frame. Remember, daily time frame, we are in an uptrend, but price came here, gave us a higher high, tried to go for a new higher high here, failed. It gave us only the week, and then today it is trying again to go for a new higher high. Let's wait and see if it will give us that new higher high. If it fails, then we'll come in with our sells later. But according to M15, seems we're still having a long way to go all the way up there. So for now, no business with jump 10 until I have a structure that I can use to make entries. So for now, no business. Yes, a new H4 has started. Yeah, new H4 has started, and we are overbought according to H4, but price is above a 10 MA, which is something that we cannot take lightly and try to look for sales. Price is above a 10 MA, meaning buyers are still in control, so we can't just look for sales like that. We have to get a reversal if we are looking for sales. All right, that is J10. That has been J10. Let's go to gold, and we call it a day. Let's go to gold, and we call it a day. So yesterday, did I make any entries? I made a short one there. It was a bit unstable. I was not loving it. Yes, I wanted that pullback, but I didn't get it. But I said I would look for the sell. When the sell was ready, it was still not having that enough momentum that I could have, you know, taken advantage of, and that's why I took that short trade and moved out, made that quick money. It was like a scalp trade according to M5 and M1. It was like a scalp trade. You can see I finished entering, it went all the way back in, and then came back like that. So it was a risky one that I didn't want to make. I had already made some money on other assets, so I didn't want to lose it just because this one was giving me the sell. But looking on H1, it was actually good. It was actually good, apart from that consolidation that came in later and that breakout. All right, so that was yesterday. So we knew that this was coming, and then sells. This was yesterday's analysis. So if you followed it, congrats on your profits right there, because market followed the analysis, pull back to that level, and then the sales came through. We still need sales to reach here. I don't know if it is going to reach it, but as for me, I'm going to be first delete this. We know we still need sales, buys from here. So let's wait and see if we'll see some. This is an H4 OB right here. That is an H4 OB. That's why we want price to react to it, and then we get in two buys. and we are still far away to reach it. According to H1, there's some support right about here where we are. It may be according to M30 or M15. Let's go to M30. We see that. Let's look at that there. That is the order block right there on M30. So according to M30, we have that support level right there. So what is gonna happen here? Come to M15. M15 is now giving us some price rejection. Remember, M15 matches with what is on H4. So H4, we were oversold right there. That's where we got our change of character right here, you can see. So this pullback was to mitigate this fair value gap. You remember, those who have been following with us, this was a fair value gap mitigation right there. Now we're supposed to be getting in buys, but price is above our 10 MA, and that is not a good thing. So all we need now is rejection to push us all the way back in the buys according to H4. According to daily time frame, we are oversold. We need buys. That's the other confirmation of why buys should be coming in. So I can delete that too. Even these now, they are no longer necessary. We've already used them. So now come back to H4, H1. H1 seems to want to it seems it wants to first come to this level, but there's that support. So if we see a breakout here, then it will come all the way to this order block. But if we don't see this breakout, that means we will, if we see a breakout, we'll come here. But if we fail, then this move is on from there to take us all the way up there. So for now, no business on gold. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient for now. I'm going to be patient for now. So let's go to M30, M15. If M15 price goes above my 10 MA, I may end up getting in with my buy entries. So for now, I won't do anything until I get a reversal, probably on M15. That's how I can only and only enter gold. So be knowing that our general trend is a buy trend according to H4 and daily time frame, but H1 is still looking for a pullback, and that pullback, if price breaks this support, then it will come for that OB, and that will be our better entry right about there. That will be our clean entry right here, or according to H1. But if it fails to break this support, then the buys are starting from this very support area according to M30 on that very order block. So let's wait on M15 what will come through. All right, that's it for today. Let's do a recap and we call it a day. Let's do a recap. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and if it is your first time here on this very channel, don't forget to subscribe, and then the rest of the things you need to know, they are on your screen, what you need to do. So we started out with crash 500. Now we have a clean point that we can use right there. All right, that's what I was waiting for. So I know that there's gonna be a pullback. This pullback is going to continue all the way up there, and then we can come in with a sales. But remember, the general trend is a sell. The general trend is a sell. So trade carefully, knowing that the buy is going to be short-lived for like an hour or two, and then we come in with the sells. It may not even reach all the way back there. It may react from around here, and we continue with a breakout to continue with the sells. Boom 1000, we need that, and then we come in with this. So for it, it's still a no-go for me, because according to H1, that is a break of structure. It has given us a lower low according to this move, but remember the general trend is a buy, so this may come here to give us a reversal, and then we get in with our buys to swing it all the way above, to reach all the way above there. So for now, no business, leave it on H1 and wait. Boom 500, no business, it's very slow. We need sales, yeah, we need sales from there, but the general trend has been a buy. This can be seen as a pennant, this can be seen as a pennant. According to daily time frame, we are oversold, but price is above our 10 MA, meaning you cannot use this CCI and RSI. You have to use the price action. So for now, price is above our 10 MA and it is on that resistance level, is still holding price, but we know that this is seen as a pennant, so we know that eventually it will break out to give us this kind of a move all the way up there. So what do we do now? We wait. Remember, according to the reason I was looking for this, I was looking for that like a fake breakout, but looking at here, it has already mitigated this level, mitigated that level, so I don't see a reason why it has to come all the way back here. So all I can do now is to wait for the breakout here and I make my entry. According to weekly, we still want sales, looking at CCI, but we may not see that sell. So let's go to H4. H4 needs buys. H1 needs sells. So anytime from now we will see a pullback. Yes, of course, on H1 we've left this fair value gap there. It may come for it, and then we may come in with some good momentum buys. So this can actually give us the story that we need. It may even work according to H4. Looking at H4, this will be a good pullback to give us that kind of a momentum buy. Give us that kind of a momentum buy. So for now, go back to H1. Let's wait and see what will come through. V25 1S, yeah, a sell is likely to start. Can I enter this sell? Not yet. So for now, I won't enter the sell. So not yet. V75, we need sales. Are we ready to make the entry? New H4 has started. Let's see, is that a weak enough for us? We can enter actually, because this liquidity has to be grabbed. So why do I have to wait? I'm gonna enter with my stop loss there. Yeah, all right, so I've entered according to H4. Please note this entry is according to H4. It's not a good one. You can wait for price to be below a 10 MA on M15 for your clear entry, or a reversal signal, because it can easily give us this and then you come in with that kind of a move. So if you can, just wait for this kind of a move on M15, but till now don't enter, unless if you want to enter according to H4, looking for a sniper entry like I've done like there, taking that as my wick of the H4 candle right above there and trying to aim for this sell. So for now wait, this can happen and that could be your better entry. If it does this, I will make another entry, but I've decided to enter according to H4. V75. Jump 50, I'm in profits. Those who entered with me, congrats on your profits so far. Remember, we are aiming for this kind of a move. This would be your first TP when price reaches this trend line, so that's the move that we are looking for. But your second TP is right here on that order block, all right, that's it on jump 50. This we need a pullback, but we've seen that breakout, and that is something that can easily usher us to continue with the buys. We may not see this pullback. Let's go to H1. It's likely to continue with a buy, and then we reach there, we come in with a sell. Remember, we want sells in between here on this fair value gap. It may come for that liquidity grab on that fair value gap, and then we get in with sales. So I may wait for the sales. I may not enter these kind of buys since it has broken out here. So for now, no business on J25. J10, still a bit tricky, but we need sales. But if it breaks that level there, if it breaks that resistance, remember, according to daily, we are in an uptrend, so we will continue with buys if it breaks that resistance here. If it fails to break it, then sales will come through. So we have to wait on probably H1 and M15. So for now, it's a no-go for me. Lastly has been gold. Gold, the buy is on. Price is giving us that kind of an entry. I think we can enter now, but if I enter now, that means my stop loss is going to be very near here. It's going to be here, and that is a risky one. Price can take it away, but why do I have to wait? Let me enter. We'll have my stop loss right here. I'll have my stop loss right here, and I will have an open TP. I'll have an open TP because it can easily take us all the way up there. I'm considering this as my double bottom right there, and that's why I've decided to make my entry right there. Price is above my 10 MA. I hope it will continue like that. So that's it for today. I hope you guys have had a great time. I told you, if it breaks this resistance, then the sell will continue according to H1 to come all the way here. But if it fails to break this support, then the buys will go all the way up there. Remember, the general trend is an uptrend or a buy trend according to daily time frame and H4 time frame. That is a general trend. We need buys. So that's why we are looking for buys on this very support level. I think that's it. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and if it is your first time here, don't forget to give us to subscribe. Then one other thing is, if you want to learn the way I analyze, you can use the information in your screen to subscribe for the September class. Then lastly, if you also want to join the signals group, then you know what to do. You can use that same number. The fee is $15 per month. Then you can subscribe for the signals group, and that will be for September month. To subscribe for the September month, $15 per month. Then the other thing is the first week of September, I told you yesterday, I will not be available. I'll be in some conference, so I'll not be available. We will be starting on the second week of September. That's when we will resume. But as of August, we are still fully here. We are still trading together. So stay around. Don't miss out on any session. Otherwise, I want to remind you, today is a Friday, meaning at 1:10 we'll be having our analysis. At 10 minutes past 1 East African time, we'll have our BTC analysis, and we'll be looking at it. because we still have a long way with BTC. Those who trade BTC, you know that we always analyze it every Tuesday and Friday. So I'll be here 10 minutes past 1 to analyze BTC. We analyzed it on Tuesday. Actually, I think we even made an entry. We will look at it today in the BTC session. See you guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.